All right, here we are on day 6. I didn't actually record yesterday because it was such a miserable day out with all the rain that I just didn't take the time to do any filming. Managed to get the Jeep stuck because this stuff is really nasty when it gets wet. So we got some stuff done, not a whole lot. Now I'm not parking my Jeep back here until we get some 6-inch fill covered with a 1.5-inch cinder. So yeah, you can see how this stuff is. Look at this. It's just bad. So you kind of try to figure out where the lava is and try to only stand there, otherwise you lose your shoe. So I'm going to show you where I got the Jeep stuck, and you'll see why. It's also because I put an aftermarket hitch, which is only like $130 versus a factory hitch, which is $600. So my hitch actually bottomed out and got me hung up in that bump of lava that you see over there. So I got to get that filled in to actually be able to use this driveway. It's the only problem area. Some tiles from somebody else's project out here. Found a toilet seat lid, but no toilet. Here we are on day 6. Didn't film yesterday because it was raining pretty hard, and it was just kind of a gross and nasty day. So taking a side path instead of going down the road, because this is a lot easier to walk on than trying to lose your shoes. So here's our progress. We're almost done clearing everything to the back. Got our stake string line put back up. Got the transit almost set up. I was playing around with it before it started raining a little bit. So it's a Bosch 800-foot laser level. From what I found, this area down here is kind of roughly within 6-7 inches of each other. It's not too bad. And then that high spot up there was about 41 inches higher than down here. So after we get all this kind of cleared out towards the end of the day, yeah, you can see this is what we've been trying to work in the last day or two. It's just nasty. Yeah, after we get all this pushed back, we should have all that done today. Then I can actually see where we slope off at and see if we've got 66 feet from the front of that, and see how far forward that brings us back this direction. I think it should bring us to roughly about where the stakes are, because I had everything set to be about 26 feet back from that string line. So I'll try to keep that ohia tree there and maybe bring the house. So I don't know how close we want to be to those ohias there, but I haven't killed them yet. I kind of want to, maybe leave them be. But then it still means that we'll have to figure out how to bring the septic lines into this area, which means that some of these ohia trees will probably have to come down for the leach field. All right, we'll check back in towards the end of the day. Bye. All right, here we are at the end of day 6. Shutting down. This is everything we've gotten cleared so far. Was trying to lay out the house. I don't know if I want it up here on this plateau or down below. Down below is actually relatively flat, but we would have to take down some more trees for the septic. And then a little while ago, I found out that I can catch an edge and start popping rocks. So I'm pretty sure this plateau is a second lava flow from a different generation, year, however you want to call it. And this is the original lava flow. And then this one came over the top of it. I noticed some loose rocks and I was able to catch them with the edge of the blade and they just start popping. And then you get down to this layer. And that layer is pretty solid. So I'm wondering if I should just spend a couple hours and pop this as far back as I can, and then just bring the house down here on this level and have kind of a sharp drop off right there, so that with our 3'8" or 2'8" deck platform, you'd just be able to step right off onto the backyard. And then it also gives us a bunch of rocks to do a rock wall with at the front of the house. That's pretty cool. Those are groove marks from the teeth of the excavator, but you can see all the little holes. And that little vein just continues right through here, and then it came out, came back in, and goes off that way. Lots of mud. So if we do that, we'd have to extend the septic system through the front there, probably about another 100 feet, and then probably have to lose those 2 trees there and that big one. Trying to leave these to leave up a screen between us and the neighbors. All right, well, that's the end of day 3 or 6, however many days it's been now. We'll be back tomorrow.